Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Toby, as you guys know. Um, for this video, I just wanted to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves with living in the U.S. I honestly it's just something that gets on my nerves. I feel like failed athletes, failed athletes. I think everybody knows one of these guys, right? Like that guy who played football for his high school. Like he might have been a good player, or he could have been trash. Maybe he was a bench player. I don't know, but we all know that one person that kind of shut up about the fact that they played football in high school, or even they played in college or at some level. And when they finished, maybe they didn't make the league or they didn't go D1, and they can't shut up about the fact that they played football at some point in their life, or they played basketball, or I used to hoop, or I played for UCLA, or I played for my high school, and I could have gone D1 if I didn't get injured. Something, something, something. Or I went to UCLA. I was nice. I could have gone to the league. Bro, I swear, no one cares. I feel like on behalf of everybody, like we don't care that you played sports in high school, right? Like no one really cares. And these guys, they try to hold on to the fact that they played sports in high school or in college to kind of have some sort of superiority over here. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves about living in America, because I grew up growing up in Nigeria. Athletes were not really idolized because sports, not everybody didn't play sports on a regular, on in an organized format every day. The way we played sports, it's not like the way people play sports in the US. In the US, every high school has its football team, like basketball, track, some type of thing like that. But the way sports are looked at in the US, like athletes, especially football players from a young age, are really idolized, right? Like from ninth grade, if you're good at a sport, you make varsity, people congratulate you, they cheer you, they try to they lift you up over everyone else, and they try to put you on some sort of pedestal because you're this good at a sport. And it's something that hasn't sat right with me, especially at the professional level. Like guys like Deshaun Watson. I mean, you saw what happened. He has 25 allegations against him, and he got away with it. I mean, he's only getting a 6 game suspension. And you look at some other guys like literally any player, Miles Bridges in the NBA, it's not nothing is gonna happen to him. He's still going to sign a $120 million contract. I mean, come on, athletes in America are looked at as basically gods. The sports culture in America, and these failed athletes, I feel like the reason why they hold on to that thing is because they don't have any identity, past sports, right? Like they, I mean, a lot of these guys they look at playing football and being good at it as their greatest accomplishment. I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing a game. Like it's a game. It really doesn't matter if you haven't made money from it. You haven't impacted lives by playing the sport. I don't see why you're really defining your whole identity on the fact that you're good at a sport, you're good at football, you're good at basketball. What else do you do really apart from being good at that sport? It makes no sense. And that you see guys, their whole identity revolves around being good at football, being good at basketball. A lot of these guys I know personally, not even the ones that aren't field athletes. If you take away football from them, they're nothing. And that's because of the pedestal America puts athletes, specifically football and basketball players, on. I mean, I say this as I'm wearing a Ravens jersey, but even though I love sports and I'm a big fan of sports, I don't think athletes should be looked at the way they are looked at now. I think they shouldn't be. The system shouldn't be the way it is right now. I mean, if you're good at throwing a football, that you're viewed as automatically better than a regular person. That's why a lot of guys they define their whole identity is based on being good at a sport, and I don't think that's right. I don't think young boys should be basing their self worth off of how athletic, off of how fast they can run, how high they can jump, if they can dunk, if they can maul somebody. That's not what I want for this country, you know? Like, I mean, honestly, that's why these field athletes hold on to it, because they feel like if they don't have this fact that they play that sport, people are going to view them as worthless. Which, I mean, we already do, but just because you played a sport in high school doesn't mean we that matters to us. Like no one cares that you played football in high school. No one cares. Like you need to shut up about it. Like please, like and move on from the fact that like you need to move on from it. Like just move on. Like have fun. Go and do something with your life. Move on from the fact that you play sports. Even these guys that they do go D1. If you go D1, technically you're not a field athlete, but at the same time, I can't put you as someone who succeeded at sports. If you go D1 and your goal was to make the league, I can't say you succeeded if you don't make the league because a lot of these guys they'll play for over 4 years, they play 5 years. I mean, I saw this guy, he was an eighth year senior. Like, I mean, why would you play football for 8 years? After 6 years, I mean, I feel like you should know you're not going pro after 6 years. Like, sorry, after 5 years, like max 5 years. If no team has looked at you, nothing has happened. You should know you're not going pro at that point. Like, football might not be for you at that point. Like, so just move on from the sports. Like, you need to realize you are worth more than the sport you play. Like, you're better than that. And this isn't to bash the guys who succeed at the sport. This is to bring the ones who failed back to earth and to make them realize that they are worth much more than the sport that they played in high school or in college or wherever. Alright, yeah, this is a short one, just a quick video. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, everything. I'll be back and have a good one.